Prepper King back to you with another video on the Prepper King channel. I am the Prepper King. Welcome back, my loyal subjects. You better get ready out there. The fact is that we're in a world that is controlled by drones, AI robots. It's not something that we can do anything about really but prepare for it. What you can do is make sure that you have all your supplies ready to go. Rice, beans, pasta, soup mixes, gravies, powdered milk. All these things that are shelf stable, you need to get ready now. There's so many things that can happen to our power grid that is just, it's lining up, and how it's not gone down yet, I don't know. Could be drones coming over the ocean. Now they got long range. You can actually launch a drone from, up in the air and then launch it so it gets closer. It's going to come to a time where drones are going to be attacking us. And what they're going to attack is either a nuclear power plant or attack our power grid. So get prepared for the power being out for long term. And do your research on how to take your water supply and how you're going to get your water, how you're going to get a food, sanitation, how you're going to sanitize your house, how you're going to keep clean, how you're going to get rid of your waste. There's a lot of videos out there on what you can do. Because now you have situations whereas you have the power grid, warnings went out today that it's going to be under a lot of stress this summer if we get really hot weather. These data centers are taking up a lot of power, and between the uses, we were already at a situation where our power is getting to near the load that it can take. And now we have all these data centers on top of it. So, I mean, get ready for the power, the rolling blackouts this summer. It's just going to be inevitable. And I'm warning you, as a prepper, be ready for it. Because it's going to happen. It's, sooner or later it will happen. And if you're ready for it, you can get through it. But we are 3 days, 3 meals, 3 days away from anarchy. You see any time that a power grid goes out, a blackout, and what happens in the cities? It's a free-for-all. It's a free-for-all right now. I'm a small business owner. Caught a guy stealing today. And he went next door and stole from a store. And he went to a dollar store and stole from a dollar store. He's a chronic criminal. And this times are where we do have power. Times are we do have food around grocery stores and gas stations open. Wait till it's not. What do you think's going to happen? You better be able to hunker down in your house and not see anybody and be able to lock your door behind you and have everything ready to sustain yourself for a long period of time. If you lock that door, you better be ready to be able to sustain yourself for a while the catastrophic craziness outdoors goes. You might have a little window when it first goes down. Take advantage of that window. Go to your convenience stores if you can. Places where they'll still take cash, where you can buy out their beans and buy out their pasta and buy your last minute stuff, batteries or whatever, from a convenience store that still will take cash. But if you go to your Walmarts and you go to your bigger stores, they're all relied on the power grid. They're not going to take cash. They're going to take nothing. They'll be looted. You're better off with a small convenience store at the corner. I know, hey, Chef Boyardee can of Chef Boyardee ravioli over there is probably $2.50 or even more compared to a regular grocery store. But they will have it, and they'll pay cash. You can pay cash still over there. Remember that. You have a window to stock up at your local convenience store. because it's coming. You know, and is there any way we could avoid it? Probably not, with the way things are going. We have an infrastructure that's, you know, based off 100 years of technology, of a 100-year-old technology. You know, there are wooden poles out there holding their energy up. Made out of old pine trees or whatever. And to replace a substation, you know, anything like that would take years. You know, and I always say it will be thrown back in the 1800s overnight. And so do your research on how they lived in the 1800s. It would be beneficial for you. You know, there's things you can do to get ready. And even if you don't have any money to spend on it, do whatever you can. You know, a thing of beans, a bag of beans is $1.39 still at the store. Rice is still really cheap. I mean, relatively. So there are cheap options for you to stock up on. And once it goes down, be resilient. You know, portion out your stuff. Make sure you have enough for long term. Eat so much a day, don't eat it all at once. You know, do the math. 2,000 calories. Do the math on it. You know, stay around 2,000 calories. Have a water plan. You know, it's just because I had to come on here and tell you today because of the warnings that were put out on CBS News. I can't remember one of the news outlets, that our power grid is going to be in turmoil this summer with all these data centers open. They can't handle it. And then we're at war. Who's to say drones won't be flying over here? You know, and attacking our power grid, our infrastructure, our water supply. So I'm the Prepper King warning you to get ready. Please heed my words, because it's coming, folks. One day it will be here. I always say I pray that it don't. I pray that it don't. But if it does, be ready. I am the Prepper King. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on the next one.